Yo, welcome back to Kai Speaks, bro. I appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing on these videos, man. First of all, I would just like to say, bro, we're pushing every single day and growing. I love the engagement we're getting on our channels. Our TikTok did amazing yesterday, and I'm just loving the growth that we're continuing to have throughout this journey on this content career. And hopefully we can make this something that's long term, bro, and really be able to keep providing for y'all over the years that we do this, right? And my biggest goal for this year is really just to impact people and get a lot of people a part of this community and be able to say that I was able to get them through 2025 and I was able to help them become a better person, or slowly help them become more disciplined, more consistent, whatever it is, and really just get them to that next level, bro. But today I wanted to talk about that's something that was huge for me in my journey as an entrepreneur, something that I never really knew was that important until I did it, and that was doing it silently, bro. Throughout these 2 years of being an entrepreneur, I did everything in silence. I didn't talk too much about hardly anything I was doing, right? And that led to a lot of questions at times, like, okay, what is your plan? How do you plan on doing this? How do you plan on becoming an entrepreneur? This and that. But in all reality, I didn't tell too many people what I was gonna do. Like, I didn't tell people I wanted to be a content creator. I didn't tell people how serious I was at being a day trader. Like, I didn't tell them, like, I wanted that to be my full-time career. And like, I just did everything in silence, bro. I worked out in silence. I did all of that throughout these 2 years to 3 years now, just doing it in silence. And the reason why I say you should do it in silence is because when you do it in silence, people can't judge you, right? Like, a lot of people can't say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people can't say how much you've made. People can't pocket watch. There's just so many reasons on why you should work on yourself in silence, and be able to do it in the comfort of yourself. But not in your own home, because there might not even be comfort in your own home when it comes to being an entrepreneur sometimes. I think the biggest thing is being comfortable with yourself, right? That's one of the biggest things. And I was always comfortable with myself. I was struggling to be comfortable with myself, and I was slowly working at it by working in silence, bro. Because I probably told like one or two people about my trading journey, right? Like, one of the people I told about my trading journey was my lovely lady, and she was the person I told her because I knew she was going to support me along my dreams, and she was going to be behind me no matter what, right? So that's the reason why I told her. But you never know other people's opinions. Even your own family sometimes can be very judgmental about what you do, right? And it may not be a bad thing necessarily. It could come from a good place, right? It could come from, like, like, oh, they don't want you to risk it all and then lose it, like this and that, right? But at the end of the day, I put my all into this craft, right? Whether it's trading, content journey, whatever it is, like, I always knew that this is what I wanted to do, so I worked at it. But I didn't tell hardly anybody about it. And the biggest thing about not telling people is that you will be able to find peace in what you do, right? You won't have to worry about what other people say. You will only purely focus on your craft and purely focus on what you're doing. And that's one of the biggest things when you're going along your journey. Is at the start, you need to have complete peace sometimes, because you're going to hear a lot of hate, and it's going to get to you because you're not really doing anything to prove them wrong at that point, right? So it's just like, you can't say anything. There's nothing you can do in order to prove those people wrong. In fact, you're probably in a place where you're down in a sense, right? Like, there was times where I was spending loads of money and then losing it on funded challenges, or like looking up content creator stuff, always watching content and not getting anything out of it, or not posting content. So it's just like, why are you doing this, right? But when you do it in silence, there's no room for people to criticize you, right? And I think that's huge as an entrepreneur at the start, is to be able to go at this journey at a peaceful rate. That way, when you do get to the time where you want to, show off a little bit, and you want to record your journey and upload your journey or whatever it is, you can be able to do that comfortably, right? Like, you'll be more comfortable with yourself posting these videos. You'll be more comfortable with yourself dropping these clothing brands, doing people's hair, like posting that out on the internet, when you know how good your work is, you know how hard you put your work in. And I feel like at the start, you don't feel like you're doing everything, right? And like, there's always more you can do at the start. So whenever people start criticizing you, you start questioning yourself, right? And that's when people start quitting. People get so close to getting to that next level of becoming an entrepreneur, and they stop. So I think that's one of the biggest things about being an entrepreneur, is being able to do it in silence. I did this in silence. Like, to be real with you, I was keeping trading back from anybody, literally almost everybody, except for the one person I told y'all. That was the only person I told about my day trading journey. Some people knew that I traded a little bit, but they didn't know necessarily how much I actually wanted to trade, I wasn't dedicating my all to trading at the time to even prevent that, right? So like it was just countless hours of just me like in my room trading every single week to get to where I am now, bro. And it even goes back to, you know, me always wanting to be a content creator when I was younger, but not necessarily hearing how like you can't really be a content creator in this world, right? You can't live off that. And you know, if I do get to the point where I can live off of content creation, I'll be one of the happiest people in the world, bro. Just being able to live out my dreams in this career field, be able to just continue to grow in this career field, bro. And like my biggest thing is just I really want to grow, right? I want others to grow as well. I think that's the biggest thing about this channel is that I'm able to help others along their journeys while helping myself as well. I'm not doing this for any alternative motives besides helping people and helping me myself, right? Like I love to look back at these videos and be able to just really see how I came from the start to now, right? And that's why I love posting repost videos, is because I'm able to really get that connection of back then at the start of the year, and like just seeing the growth that I've had from the start of the year to now, and it's only been 3 months, has all been thanks to God, one, and just hard work and dedication. That's one of the biggest things, is just I've been working so hard that my months, like the months that I do all this stuff, I'm slowly growing within those months, right? And you know, it's just like it's a huge achievement for me to be able to continue to grow like this. You know, and sometimes when you do it silently, there's two things about it, right? It's 50-50, because sometimes you'll get hate about it because you're not doing good, or when you are doing good doing it silently, you'll get praise about it, right? And so the biggest thing is like like that's the thing about doing it silently, is that like you won't get hate, but at the same time you will not get praise for your craft. And that's what I think really builds the love of it, is because you're not going to get praise for what you do. You're just going to love doing what you do, right? And that's what's going to push you to continue to grow every single day. Is just the motivation to become better in that field, the motivation to be able to know that you can achieve more in that craft, right? And you know, like I feel like when a lot of people give you compliments, it starts to boost your head a little bit. And at the start, it's not necessarily a terrible thing, but it's not the best thing, right? Because you're not at that level that you want to be at yet, right? And that can stop a lot of people short, thinking that other people's level is their level, right? But my biggest thing is, bro, is just I believe that everybody should, you know, if you want to be an entrepreneur, a hairstylist, content creator, day trader, you know, whatever it is, where you should do it in silence first, and then, you know, pop out when you're really comfortable with how much work you've put in. I do think sometimes, you know, you just need to take that risk and go for it. But in that instance, you just need to be ready for the hate, right? You need to be able for people to criticize you and for people to have an opinion and voice on your career field for whatever reason. I mean, that's just social media, right? So I feel like that sometimes getting started that early without feeling comfortable with yourself first can be a huge deal, because if you're not comfortable with yourself, a lot of their words are going to get to you, right? And I feel like when you're comfortable with yourself, there's not too many things people can say as far as hate comments, this and that could get you down along your journey. Now, I say this because at the start of my journey, I was very sensitive to a lot of things that I did. My trading journey, I was like, I didn't want to hear anything about people talking about my trading journey. It's like why I can't do this, or why I should look at another route, this and that, how trading can't really, you know, pay for a lifestyle you want. Same thing with content creation. Like, you know, content creation is kind of tricky. It's going to be hard, this and that. Like, just hearing all that stuff really got to me, because I wasn't comfortable with myself at that time. And that's when I realized, do it in silence, do it when nobody's looking, right? And that's when I was the most comfortable, because I was able to completely say that, you know, I have full confidence in myself. So people could tell me that I can't trade. People could tell me that my content's terrible. I know that the work I'm putting in, and I know the work that I'm putting out to others, right? Like, I know the work that I'm giving to others, the dedication that I've put into this craft for years, right? And I know this was going to make me huge in this career field and be able to make me get to that next level of success that I never thought was achievable at one point, right? But nah, man, that's it for this video, bro. I really just wanted to talk about how key it is to do it in silence, and how doing it in silence helped me get to that next level of success. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Make sure you check out the socials at Kai Speaks App. Check out the socials at Kai Speaks 05 on Instagram and TikTok, bro. Make sure you check out, if you're interested in my day trading journey, follow me at Kai Academy 05 on Instagram and TikTok, where I post all my trades weekly. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I hope you make the most out of 2025, bro. Peace.